I just closed a $30,000 deal, boys. Let's go. I built a full CRM for a law firm. No dev team, no engineers, just me and Claude. And I want to show you how I did that. Let's go, champ. I just want to over here and show you real quick just what that looks like. You know, it's simple, it's beautiful, and definitely super functional, which is the most important part over here, guys. Okay. So this is something that I'm very excited about. This is a series that I'm going to be doing to show you the beginnings and really how to set up Claude in your computer, how to make sure that you install it, how do you make sure that you get some of the things fundamentally set up so that way you can literally build anything. I'm super excited to show you. This is going to be a quick one, and I really want to make it a series that is going to be consumable for you. So let's get to that right now, okay? Let's go ahead and share my screen right here. So this is the website, claude.com/download. Super simple, okay? This is what it is. You have a Mac, you download for Mac. If you have a Windows, you download for Windows. The only reason why you would download for ARM64 is if you have Windows with a special sort of Snapdragon CPU. But that's not who you are. That's probably not what you got right now. I literally deleted Claude from my computer completely just so I could show you everything from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. Claude Setup is downloading right now. You can see it right here, claudesetup.exe. Right here on the top of the screen, you can go ahead and just click that so that way it actually starts doing the setup. It's actually doing the setup here on another screen. It starts, it's just going through the installation process right here. As soon as it allows me to, I'll be able to bring it here into my screen. And this is the thing, guys, you know, this is not a coding channel. You know that. This is a channel for entrepreneurs. This is a channel for business owners, for people that want to use AI to solve problems and get paid for it. That's what we hear, boys. Boom. As soon as I was able to get that installation process going, right here, right away, it installed. And this is very simple. The one thing that I love about Claude is that it's super simple and it's ready to go as soon as you install it. Now, it's already logged into my account because it already knows what I have set up and everything. So it is very important for you to be able to understand that you have to have an account, obviously. You know, you have several accounts that you can have. I actually have the Max account. So I use the Max because not only I use it myself here with everything that I do, but I also share with my team as well. So we use it a lot. We use a lot of tokens. So that's really good. Now you have Claude right here. Super simple. Super, you can go ahead and start chatting right away. So without further ado, there's two things that you need to do, and this is the beginner class. So we're not talking about prompts. We're not talking about how we're gonna like build it right away right here right now. This is for you to be able to set up Claude so that way you can start doing literally anything that you can imagine with it, right? The first thing that you want to do when you're setting up Claude is that you want to set up extensions. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick something as I move my camera right here to the right. Okay, and then as I move it to the right, I'm gonna show you here. Once you click the letter for your name right here, as you set it up, you want to go ahead and click settings. Okay, so we click the little letter, we click settings, and you want to go into extensions, into the extensions section. Okay, and there is a couple of things that you want to have here. Okay, as you can see, I have two right now set up, but you probably have this empty. So what I want you to do is go to browse extensions, and it's most likely going to be the first one, but still I want you to look at it. Just search it right there, file system. Okay, file system. Let Claude access your file system to read and write files. This is key. This is absolute key for you to be able to do what I just did, and for you to be able to really build almost anything, okay? Why are we giving Claude access to our file system? Now, it's important to understand that it's not like you're giving Claude Desktop to your whole file system. The best thing about this is that once you set up that extension, you're going to be able to click configure right here. And in this configuration process, as you can see, it only has access to certain folders. And this is what it's important for you to understand, is that once you do that, this is going to be completely empty. You're not going to have any access, any files there at all whatsoever. So you're going to click add directory. You're going to click the little file next to that, and it's going to give you some options so you can pick and choose which directory you actually want to give access to. As you can see, I have a few projects that I've been given access to. So that is the first thing that you want to do, 100%, right? Why do we want to do that? Because now when I'm talking to Claude, hey Claude, what directories do you have access, excuse my typing, access to through the file system extension? Okay, now you can add, instead of you having to upload things into this, now you're going to be able to talk to the directory itself. So if you have 3 different spreadsheets, if you have 4 different Word docs, if you have a whole text file on instructions, everything is there. And you don't have to upload it. You don't have to input it into the memory somehow. This fixes the memory issue completely. You don't have to make it remember things. Now you can actually give the information right away by just letting it know, hey, go and read this file specifically from this directory. And that is one of the things that we do there. So it's telling me the read-only directories and read and write. As you can see, if I go back to the settings real quick and I go back into the extensions and I go to configure, I can already definitely tell. So for example, if I wanted to make sure that that is the directory that I want to talk to, my collapse directory, that is an actual project that I was able to build, that it has to do with a trading bot. So can you tell me what this project is about? Okay, so I'm not giving it any knowledge at all whatsoever. All it has is access to the file itself. And right here is starting to actually get into the directory. Right here is starting to read all the files that might be in there. And like I told you, this is a trading bot that I was working on, and most likely it's going to give me some sort of summary. Now, when it's using the file system, you can actually go in here, loading tools, and it actually says exactly what it's doing at the moment. As you can see, I just got a little message saying tool result is too large. So right now that project is so big that it's just really having a problem, really literally going through absolutely everything, which is completely understandable. There, as you can see, there's a limit of 1 megabyte, okay, that it can read at one time. But it's pretty good at understanding that, and it's pretty good at knowing, okay, that is a limitation for me. Let me go ahead and see what else I can do. How else can I read this? This is amazing, guys. So let's say you got a project from somebody random, or let's say that you downloaded a project from GitHub and you want to work on it and you want to develop with it. Instead of you having to tell everything that's going on in there and you describing it on your own words, this is it right here. Collapse Patterns is a GPU accelerated systematic forex trading research system built around what you've called reality collapse architecture. That's a topic for another day, boys. Okay, what does it do? It targets Euro USD across 5 time frames, blah, 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 this and that. Perfect. We got this. Now, the second thing that you're going to need to be able to get this set up, and this is the last thing that you would need for right now, is that you would need an extension that handles your database. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this is that we're going to come into connectors. So instead of extensions, you're going to go into connectors, and in connectors, you're going to browse connectors. Okay, and you're going to type in Supabase. Now, if you're not familiar, this is one of the most easiest, user-friendly databases that you can use today. Okay, it's a tool that really helps you manage your database. It helps you with authentication if you need to create user login and everything, and it's really good for storage. Now, all of that is amazing, but the fact that you can also have it here within Claude Desktop, it's mind-blowing in itself. Okay, because now you have access to the directory, and now you have a whole project built up on your computer. And now you're going to also be able to translate that into a database. So now your brain is literally unlimited in your Claude Desktop. It has all of the main files that it needs to make sure that it performs and know what the project is about. And then it also has now, with Supabase and this connector being installed, it has the power to create a whole database for you to be able to really break it all down in many different ways, shapes, and forms. So you can want to go ahead and do that. This is most likely going to say connect. So you want to hit connect in there. And as you can see, I already have it connected right here. You're going to click configure, and you're going to give it all the permissions that you want and need from Supabase. The most amazing thing is that it's giving it around 39 tools or so. It has read-only tools and it has write and delete tools. So it really has all of the things that you need, even getting edge functions, get project logs, get organized details. This is super, super, super powerful. And I would definitely invite you to get familiar with Supabase, because if you have to deal with databases in general, that is definitely the one thing that is going to help you succeed right here. So I'm going to real quick, just so you can understand how this came to be and how all of this is working. So remember, we're connected to a directory. The directory allows it for when I'm building the project to understand how this whole structure of the whole project is set up. So all of the scaffolding, literally how the whole directory for the project is set up 100%. And all of these things that you see right here, 1,893, 130, all of these things, all of these numbers that you really see behind the pie charts and behind the bars, those are things that were now translated into a Supabase. So now this whole dashboard is connected in that way. And now this dashboard is extremely smart, to a point that I actually now have a legal assistant connected to it. And I can ask questions about any of these cases that are going on here, because everything is actually in a Supabase database. Guys, I know this might sound a little confusing. I know this might be even your first time hearing about this, but I'm telling you, by installing Claude Desktop, by setting up the Filesystem extensions, and by setting up the Supabase connector, your imagination is the limit of what you can build. This was the first episode. This is the basic fundamentals of setting up Claude Desktop to begin our projects. This is just the first one. We're going to get a second one very soon for you. See you soon.